सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. In Srimad Narayaneeyam, which is the very essence of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam, we have seen the circumstances that led to Upananda advising Nandagopa that we have to leave Gokulam, which is the Brihadvanam, towards Brindavanam for Krishna's safety. They did not even think twice. They knew that if something is harming Krishna, we should never be siding with it and we should leave that place. So they left Gokulam and reached Brindavanam. This is where Bhattatri describes the beauty of Vrindavan. He says, Navaka nirvyudha nivasa bhedeshu asesha gopeshu sukhasiteshu vanashriyam gopa kishora pali vinishritaha paryagalokatastvam. Ashesha gopeshu sukhasiteshu. All the gopas, not leaving even one. It is not as if one majority, one section of the gopas. Without leaving anyone, all of them, asesha gopeshu sukhasiteshu. They started living very happy because it was giving them bliss. Navaka nirvyudha nivasa bhedeshu. Where did they live? Now they have constructed new houses. See, there is always a cha. When you go to a new house, because you will want to buy new things, there is always a new architecture, there is a new design. So, Navaka nirvyudha nivasa bhedeshu. It looked in a crescent shape. It looked like curved houses. Navaka nirvyudha nivasa bhedeshu tvam gopa kishorapadi vimishritaha. Hey Bhagavan, hey Krishna of Guruvayur, you, tvam gopa kishorapali. You started living amidst the Gopa boys. So Kishora. Later when Bhattatri tells in the 100th Dashakam as well, he says that Krishna appears in front as a Kishora. Agre pashyami tejo nibidatakala yavanilo bhaniyam piyushaplavitoham tadanu tadutare divya kaishora vesham. So here too they are Kishora boys. Tvam Gopa Kishora Pali Vimishrutaha. So you started enjoying the company of the Gopa boys. Paryak Alokathaha Vanashriyam. And you started roaming about and you enjoyed the splendor. Alokathaha Vanashriyam Paryak. You started enjoying the splendor of that particular forest called as Vrindavanam. See, in the east of India, especially in the Bengali language, that letter Va is in there. So, every now and then we keep replaceably using Vrindavanam, Vrindavanam. So, from now on, wherever it is Vrindavanam, if I say Vrindavanam or Vrindavanam is Vrindavanam, it wouldn't matter because we have understood what truly the word Vrinda means. So, Paryak Alokathaha Vanashriyam, and you saw the splendor of the forest and you started enjoying it. The next shloka Bhattatri says, Arala Marga Gata Nirmalapam Marala Kuja Krita Narmalapam Nirantara Smera Saroja Vaktram Kalinda Kanyam Samalokayastvam Tvam Samalokayaha. At that point in time, Krishna you saw very closely, intently. So Bhattatri says, Samalokayaha. Samalokayaha is you have to focus. You have to look very intently. Kalinda Kanyam. Whom did Krishna see? Kalinda Kanyam. Kalinda was a mountain. So the river that traced its source to Kalinda Parvatam was Yamuna. Since she arose from Kalinda, she was called Kalindi. So this particular Kalindi, Kalinda Kanyam, Arala Margagata Nirmalapam, with pure water. So there was only pure water, Arala, Margagata, Nirmalapa, running in a very winding course. So the river meanders, right? So it will always go like this. It will not go in a straight line. Yes, there are certain rivers which may not meander that much. But of course, rivers do meander, and Yamuna, from our understanding, meanders a lot. See, meandering is a process where the river starts going in curved paths. It goes in a certain way, method. Now, this is called meandering in geography. Now, why this is very important? Why should I explain a geographical concept? It is important in this particular Dashakam. And later, when we go to Kaliya Nartana Dashakam, there also it is very important. So he says, Arala Margagata Nirmalapa. Since he is describing the river, for us, river is a woman. So he has to describe her in a curvy fashion. So that is there. So there is a Shringara angle, there is a Kavya angle to the way you describe. Nevertheless, the river meanders, and that meandering is very important. I'll get to that very closely. Arala Margagata Nirmalapam. So of pure water, she started going in a winding course. Marala Puja Krita Narmalapam. Kujakrita. So there was some particular sound coming from Narmalapam. They were beautiful swans. So from the swans, there was a very nice sound coming. Marala Kujakrita Narmalapam Nirantara Smera Saroja Vaktram. And there were beautiful lotuses that were showing their blossomed faces, and it looked as if they were smiling. So, when the river was going in a winding course, then there was a sound of the swans, and then there was a beautiful face of the blossoming lotuses. Nirantara Smera Saroja Vaktra. So, Saroja Vaktram, beautiful lotus like faces. Marala Kujakrita Narmalapam. Now, you may be wondering, this is the river. Where do lotuses come? This is where that meandering of the river happens. The extremely meandered portions of the river detach themselves from the course of the river, and they form smaller lakes, and those lakes are called oxbow lakes. So those lakes are formed by the river waters, and in those lakes come lotuses. So we need to differentiate the both of them. Nirantara Smera Saroja Vaktram. Next, Bhattatri says, Mayura Keka Shatalobhaniyam Mayukha Mala Shabalam Maninam Virincha Lokasprishamucha Shungaihi Girim Cha Govardhanamaikshathastvam Evam Aikshathaha Cha Govardhanam Girim. Hey Krishna, as you were walking by the banks of the river Kalindi in Vrindavanam, from there you also saw Govardhana Girim. You saw the mountain called Govardhanagiri, Tvam Aikshathaha. So you saw from there. Mayura Kekashata Lobhaniyam. And then you were also listening to the sounds. So he says the Kekashata, Mayura Kekashata. So he says the crying sounds of the numerous peacocks. Mayura Kekashata Lobhaniyam, Mayukha Mala Shabalam Maninam. So they were radiant with very many colors imparted by the gems. So Mayukha Mala Shabalam Maninam. Beautiful gems. See, whenever we describe the feathers of the peacock, the poets, especially in the Samskrita Bhasha, either attribute those beautiful feathers to the different eyes that are visible, because it looks as if there are so many eyes. And then there is always an admixture of 2-3 colors. You see a very prominent green, you see a prominent blue, and then you find darker colors like black and so on. So these colors together inspire the poets to compare them to stones. So the blue looks like sapphire, the green looks like emerald. So what you see are beautiful gems. So he says, Mayukha Mala Shabalam Maninam. They were radiant with very many colors. Virincha Lokasprisham Uchchashungaihi. Now, just imagine, now there are peaks. You have Govardhanam, which is the highest, and then you have beautiful peacocks by the side giving the cries. And then why are they crying? So they look at those lofty peaks, and it looks as if some of them are even touching the Satyaloka. Virincha Lokasprisham Uchchashungaihi. Uchchashungaihi. Those peaks were so tall and sharp, it looked as if they were touching Satyaloka. Samam tato gopa kumara kaistvam samantato yatra vanantamagaha tatastatam kutilam apashyah kalindajam ragavati nivaikam tataha yatratvam agaha. Thereafter, wherever you did move, tataha yatratvam agaha, wherever you did move, samantataha vanantam, about in the entire forest of that particular region of Vrindavanam, samam gopakumarakaihi, you did not go alone. You went along with the Gopa boys. Gopakumarakaihi tataha apashyaha. In all those places, wherever you went with the Gopa boys, you did see tam kalindajam kutila. So basically, this place was blessed with the river Yamuna. Yes, Gokulam and Mathura also had it. Vrindavanam, he exclusively dedicates it to. So he says, Tam Kalindajam Kutilam, that lady who was in a meandering course, that particular Kalindi you saw, Iva Ragavatim Ekam, like a woman in love, who will always go thinking of her Nayaka in a certain direction. This Kalindaja alone went in a certain direction. Eka, all alone. So, says Bhattatri. Then he says in the last shloka, Tatha vidhesmin vipine pashavye samutsuko vatsagana prachare charan samarotha kumarakaistvam samira gehadhipa pahirogat. He Samira Gehadhipa, he Bhagavan of Sri Guruvayur, Samira Gehadhipa, Atha Tathavide Samutsukaha, becoming extremely enthusiastic, extremely zealous that you will have to be a part of all these gopas and the cows. Vatsagana Prachare, intending to the herds of the calves, there were so many calves. Vatsagana Prachare, Asmin Vipine, Pashavye, because that forest was fit for the grazing of the cows. Charan Kumarakaihi Saramaha, along with Balarama. Charan Kumarakaihi, just not with Balarama, but with the other Gopa boys. So that forest was fit for grazing of the cows. Now, along with Balarama, along with the Gopa Kumaras, Krishna, hey Samira Gehadhipar, hey Guruvayurappa, hey Krishna, you were extremely zealous. So you enjoyed your stay in Vrindavanam. With all this enjoyment, if you just concentrate for a few seconds, you will be able to remove my ailments. Tvam rogat pahi. Please protect me from this particular disease, says Bhattatri in this particular darshan.
Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust Deshika Daya. It is an online examination. All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes, and the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar, geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskar.
रूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादि दिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण